Welcome to the NEWSTART kitchen. I am Pilar.
And I am Rodolfo. And today we're going to show you how to prepare Mexican pot beans.
Most of our Mexican cuisines either is accompanied with beans or is prepared with beans. So this is a good recipe to have in handy because if you're gonna cook Mexican, you have to have your beans. So this is a very, very simple recipe. Actually, you're gonna start with 4 cups of beans. And today we're using black beans, but you can use whatever type of beans you like best. It's good always to have different kind of beans in your house, but for this recipe we're going to do the black beans. One of the secrets of this recipe is to leave your beans soaking overnight with water. You want to cover them with probably a couple of inches of water on top of the beans because overnight they will tend to grow. So in the morning, you're probably not gonna see that much water when you're trying to drain them, but the water is on the beans. After we soak our beans overnight, what we want to do is drain the excess water. Okay, so you just take a strainer and pour out all the water that was left behind, and you are ready to put them in the pot.
Now to cook them, we're going to use a whole head of garlic and about half of a medium onion. We're using red onions today.
And don't worry about, if the onion has a lot of loose skin, because at the end, whenever you finish cooking it, you can actually take that loose skin out of the pot. You don't want to serve your onions with the skin floating around, but it's good to have the complete onion in it because it's the one that's going to give it the taste. And actually, this is basically the secret to have that good taste in your Mexican pot beans. And this is gonna cook for about an hour and a half. So if you're that kind of person that don't have that much time to cook, what I recommend is that you do this in the evenings, maybe after you return from work. Or what I usually do, I cook all of my beans on Sunday. So I let them soak the night before, and then Sunday is kind of like my cooking day. And what I do is I cook all the beans that I'm going to be using during the week, and not necessarily only beans. You can do chickpeas, garbanzos, lentils, whatever you're planning for your week. And then you can freeze them in little Ziploc bags. So that comes really handy when you're kind of like in a hurry to prepare a dish. You already have your beans cooked. So right now we're gonna cook them for about an hour and a half. And right before the beans are starting to get really soft, we're gonna put our salt in it. So make sure to have your salt available. And whenever you can see with the spoon that your beans are starting to get soft, then you will add the salt and you would let it cook for probably about 10 or 15 minutes more. So after we do that, we're gonna see how the final plate ends up. So after the beans are cooked, we are ready to serve them.
And what we're going to do, we're just going to pour them using this bowl. And we actually eat them straight out of the pot.
And you can always garnish your beans with some fresh onion, and you can use also a little bit of cilantro. And you're done. These beans can be eaten like this, like Fito said, straight out of the pot, or you can use them in other types of recipes that require beans on them.
Beans have a lot of properties, especially the black beans. They're full of iron. They also provide fiber that our body needs, and they have other benefits. It's better to have beans every day. If you can have that, you're going to be very healthy.